We decided to research the subculture of college students at Stark State. Being current dual-credit students enrolled at Stark State, we decided to research how utilized the Career Development Center at Stark State really is. Our argument is that the Career Development Center has many valuable opportunities to offer, which students fail to utilize.
Based off our observations, we came up with a solution that in order to encourage students to use the Career Development Center more often, Stark State needs to develop more methods of advertising and make the Career Development Center more welcoming.
The Career Development Center was located in a corner at the end of a dark hallway. Not many signs were posted directing us where to go, which made it harder for us to find the location. The room was about half the size of our English classroom, which made it difficult for many students to be in there at one time.
Although the location and space was unwelcoming, the Career Development Center has numerous opportunities to offer, such as webcams for practice online interviews, mock interview sessions, resume help, and much more. If the students properly utilize the Career Development Center, students would have less troubles when entering the job world. How did you first hear about the Career Development Center at Stark State?
Well, since the early 90s, our organization, Seifert Technologies, has been heavily involved with Stark State. We are on the advisory committee for the Mechanical Engineering Department and also for their IT department. And we have many of our employees are grads, alumni of Stark State College.
Okay. How is Seifert Technologies specifically involved with students from Stark State?
On a yearly basis, we attend at least 2 of their career fairs, and we recruit for mechanical and electrical and also IT, computer software programmers from the programs that they have there. We have found that we have been very successful in the student base that they provide during these career fairs, and to this date, after 23, 24 years, we have continually employed a lot of their students.
Do you think recruiting students from the Career Development Center is beneficial?
Oh, yes. We use a tool that Stark State provides to employers called the College Central Network. And through their system, we can actually go out and post positions that we may have a need for internally here. We can tell them if it's a full-time position, an internship, whatever we may have open. And it's wonderful because we can post it and students can look for those postings. If they're a mechanical engineering technology degree person, they can go out and they can look for any postings that match up to their degree and see see what we're looking for, and then they can apply to our position. For recruiting, we utilize College Central Network, which Stark State College provides employers. And this tool is a wonderful tool that they provided to us. What we can do is we can go out and we can do a resume search for candidates who have utilized the Career Development Center by using this website to put their resume out there. So as an employer, let's say I go out and I say I want to look for somebody with an associate's degree with a mechanical engineering technology through their program. And what I can do is pull up any resumes which would show up from people who have put the resume out on the system. And as you can see, that's what would happen for the last 60 days. This is how many people have submitted their resume.
Okay. What of your services do students use most often?
Definitely the resume, because actually that's what gets you the interview. Your resume gets you the interview will get you the job. So if your resume isn't promoting you with your skill sets and your positives, without that employer seeing you, they're not really going to understand what you can do for them and how you can be an asset to them. So I would say a lot of it is, initially finding out what we do here, and once you graduate from Stark State, all the lifelong services that we offer for you as a graduate. So you can come back and work with us 10 years after you graduate.
Do you think student-faculty interaction is beneficial for the students' education?
Yes,
Okay.
it's imperative.
Mm-hmm.
We all have to work with each other. So, for example, the internships that I'm working on today, we have the College Central Network. But if you as the student aren't reminded to go into the system, you're missing out on internship opportunities, which help you get the experience. So when you get your resume, you have something to put on it.
Okay.
So we have to work through the faculty, and the students have to be connected to the faculty, not just for, oh, I have to get this assignment done for this faculty member, but also making sure that they're networking with them so that they know who do you know, who might I be able to job shadow with, all of that. So that's why it's important that all of us are connected and working with each other.
Mm-hmm. How important is the Career Center's role of retaining students at Stark State?
Me? Okay. The role of career development is very important in helping students to retain their attendance here at Stark State, because I liken it to going on a trip. If I asked you to drive me to Texas, hopefully you would have some sort of plan on how to get there. Mm-hmm. And sometimes when you just think about, oh, I want to do this at the end, but you don't think about how you're going to get there, sometimes you can get discouraged or get frustrated, and sometimes you might want to stop out or go a different direction. Mm-hmm. So coming to the Career Development Office helps you to, one, stay focused, because you get reminded about why you're here and what your ultimate goal is. Also, we can help along the way with things like internships or job shadowings or connections with employers that keep you understanding, okay, this is why I'm taking this class, and this is why this is so important, and making this connection will ultimately help get you to your goal.
Okay. While at Stark State, we interviewed a few students in the Commons area in order to show how underutilized the Career Development Center really is. Out of all the students in the Commons on April 30th, 2014 at 3:30 p.m., 7 students were willing to participate. One particular student preferred not to be viewed, but had heard of the Career Development Center before. Here are our findings from the last 6 student interviews.
I'm here with Zach. Have you ever heard of the Career Development Center at Stark State?
No, I haven't. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Okay, I'm here with Adam. Have you ever heard of the Career Development Center at Stark State?
No.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm here with
John.
Okay, have you ever heard of the Career Development Center at Stark State?
No.
Okay, thank you. All right, I'm here with Brittany. And have you ever heard of the Career Development Center at Stark State?
No, I have not.
All right, thank you. All right, I'm here with.
Hey guys.
And have you ever heard of the Career Development Center at Stark State? I'm here with.
John Peterson.
All right, and have you ever heard of the Career Development Center at Stark State?
I have never heard of it.
All right, thank you.